Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Ilse Zamarripa and this is the Worldspace. Today I'll be discussing how to make a strong demo reel. I have been getting this question a lot. Like a lot. How do I make a demo reel that stands out? I suggest to put yourself in the shoes of the recruiter and ask, what would I want to see? So I want to make a series talking about the different aspects and the different branches you can go to. Having some guests like recruiter friends, leads, and talking about my own experiences. So we can really explore and define the different elements to make your demo reel shine. I have seen a lot of demo reels that reflect that you're good, but good in too many areas, or maybe an area that's not the area you're applying for. You have probably heard this before. The more specialized you are in an area, the more likely they are to choose you. But listen to me, that can be a total lie or a total truth. So how specialized should you get in something? It depends. Where are you from? Where do you want to live? For example, in Mexico, artists with a wide range of expertise are very valuable. Someone that knows a little bit about every single department or is willing to try different areas constantly is an important asset to a studio. Why? Because in countries where the industry is a little bit smaller and the projects vary a lot, you can have publicity one day and then another day a short film in the same studio, in the same position. So someone who's willing and capable of jumping around in different areas is more valuable. But when you go to countries where studios are bigger, there's a higher chance they will look for specialists in certain areas. Why? Very easy. Because it's unlikely that, DNEG, which is a studio that works mostly in VFX movies, would suddenly have the urge for artists in their team to learn 2D animation, for example, for a series they're about to produce. That would be more of a Nickelodeon kind of style. Or you wouldn't probably see Pixar deciding to make a live-action movie, because that's not the way they behave normally. And that would imply changing the main structure of the company. So studios avoid that in order to create a certain reputation of communality of work. So, hey, clients, producer, audience, we are great at producing this kind of content. Yeah, sometimes there are complex schemes, like when a VFX studio announces that they're gonna open a new area for feature animation or things like that. But usually the work you apply for is the work you're gonna do. And they look for highly specialized people in very specific areas. How to choose if you want to specialize a lot or maybe not so much? You should ask yourself the question, how do I want to work? And where? In a studio that's maybe more indie, where I get to work in more areas of the pipeline? Or do I want to commit to something and be very good at that one thing? Don't get me wrong, you can get paid well in both kinds of situations if you're good at what you do. Then you gotta ask yourself, what kind of projects would I love working in? What would bring me satisfaction? And then, which kind of studios are working in those kind of projects? With that in mind, you can start building from there. And of course, there's a lot more to take into account. For example, if you want to be a modeler, what are you gonna model? Props? Human characters, creatures, clothes? Is it for games? Is it for TV? Is it realistic? If I'm an animator, where do I want to get hired? In a very cartoony kind of animation studio or more of a mocap based realistic animation style studio? Creatures, do I want to make acting more body mechanics or more cycles? You kind of know what you like. You gotta know what you're aiming for. If I'm an FX artist, which software should I use? How complex do my simulations have to look in order to get hired? How heavy of a PC should I need to have in order to achieve a high-end demo reel? All these questions have very specific answers. I don't want to answer those things lightly. Why? Because I do believe that demo reels are the key to be successful in the industry. So I would like to give you as many tools as possible and dig very, very deep so you can really take something in each video that nurtures your perception of how you present your work. Let me know, what should I do first? Are you interested in animation or modeling or FX, compositing, generalists, lighting, etc. I'd like to know where my viewers are leaning to the most, so I can give you guys priority and discuss those topics first. So feel free to write it down in the comments or send me an email at ilse.worldspace@gmail.com. I would be happy to address your questions and make the videos you'd like me to. Thank you so much for your support. It's insane. You guys are awesome. I love reading your comments. And guess what? Trikingo is a site where you can download many different tools and tutorials. If you are an animator, if you want to learn scripting, if you want to even learn how to make your own video game, it doesn't matter if you're highly experienced or you're new to the industry. There is content for all kinds of CG artists. You can see these tools being used over and over again in the pipelines of the most important studios around the world. My subscribers and I get a 20% discount in any purchase. There's even free stuff to play around with. I will leave you guys a link in the description down below. Make sure to check it out. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, hit that little notification bell so you get like a ding ding every time I post. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for all your support. We're more than 3,000 already. That makes me so happy, and it is really amazing when I'm like walking down the street or I meet some people in gatherings and they're like, you and the Worldspace and I like your channel. It's so sweet. Like, thank you guys so much. It's very cool to connect with people in the industry and all around the globe. It's insane. It just makes me so happy. I hope you like this video. I hope you stay inspired and beautiful and keep making art. You beautiful artist. Ciao. My camera almost fell.